Mark chapter 6 today, and today our thoughts called the Jesus who cares. The Jesus who cares. You know, there's this moment in Mark chapter 6 when Jesus is going to be engaging the disciples as well as the people that have gathered. And in this, he is going to do the miraculous by feeding the 5,000. So what do we learn from this? Well, I think first of all, we see in his engagement that he cares to hear the stories of his laborers. You know, he takes time to hear of what his disciples are telling him about the ministry that has taken place. He's allowing them to share of their experiences so that they are encouraged in the work. He recognizes that though it may be tiring, there may be fatigue, but when he calls them and says, hey, I want to hear about it, is an encouraging moment. We also see that he cares for the lost. See, it tells us that he looked around and he saw the masses. And when he saw them, he looked at them and said, listen, they are sheep without a shepherd. Now, he saw that they had a physical hunger, but he was more concerned with their spiritual hunger. And we do want to note that he's going to meet that physical hunger that they have by feeding them. But really more importantly, he's doing it because he wants to teach them a spiritual truth about their spiritual hunger. But yet it's showing that he cares. He cares enough for his laborers to hear their stories. He cares enough for the lost, those who are in need of a shepherd, to care to their needs. And then notice how he does it. He uses the little to feed the many. You know, we get the rest of the story in John's gospel. And we know that it was just the loaves and fish that were used to feed the multitude. Now, notice that Jesus cared for even the little gift that was given. He cared for the boy who had very little. He cared enough to take it and use it for his glory. Don't miss the truth here. God takes the gift given out of the overflow of a gracious giver, no matter how small it is, and multiplies it to meet the needs of the multitude through the labors that go. When we think about it, are we giving out of the graciousness of our hearts? Are we giving with what God has given us so that we can see the engagement of the sheep without a shepherd, that they can meet the shepherd, and so that we can support the laborers that are working? It's great questions for Mark 6, because we serve Jesus who truly cares.